people. Fourth day of traveling in Copenhagen. We're going to Nordhavn. So we're going to see all that beautiful architecture in the northern port of Copenhagen, which is being transformed. We're gonna see the silo. We're gonna see a lot of stuff. So just keep watching to see what is. We just hop off at the right station and you can already see the amazing view towards the Copenhagen International School, which was made by C.F. Møller. And on the other side, here in this building in the first row, it's the office of COBE, and back there it's the silo. So let's go see how it looks like from a closer position. So now here we are outside. It looks cool. It's very long, and as you can see, these consequences of cubes with this blue cladding, the wooden facade. I think it's interesting. The greenhouses you see, or the glass houses you see at the top of the buildings too here are super popular, I guess because winters are quite cold, so you need something that looks like an open space but it's at the right temperature. And it's nice that we managed to see this beautiful building by C.F. Møller. And I'm pretty sure over there where you see those bikes, chairs, the glass facades, those are the offices of COBE. I don't know if they include this first row windows here. So let's see on the other side, because I know they have also a cafe and we need coffee to get ready for the day. So guys, we got the COBE coffee and looks cool. I don't know if we are allowed to be here. There are some models around the coffee. Here you are. You can go through the project. Different renderings, pictures of the construction site, pictures of Nordhavn, more models of the silo and other buildings. So it is pretty cool. guys, we're at the COBE office, at the COBE coffee. We even saw Dan Stubegar arriving at work, but I didn't bother him because, come on, like the guy is just going to work. We've contacted their press office, business office, whatever office they have, and yeah, let's hope that somebody of them will join the podcast. In the meanwhile, I can show you from the out. This is how the office looks like from the backyard. It's really cool. They have a huge space. I gotta say, everybody looked serious and concentrated, maybe slightly grumpy. And now we are entering the Nordhavn. Let me get out of the street before I get killed. But yeah, this is another project from them. You can see it right here. The construction site is going on. I didn't know they're under construction. And we are on the way to check the silo. Let's see how it is going to look like. In the meanwhile, this construction site is going on, starting to take shape. You can see how it looks like. Windows are being put on, and let's find a way to get through. So guys, we're passing another construction site. We don't know from which office, but everything is glass. You can see that everything is always glass here in Denmark and Copenhagen. We are approaching the silo, you can see, and we're approaching all the other buildings in this area. We're getting closer and closer to the silo. You can see how the rest of the environment scales up towards it, and it's amazing how the metal with the perforation creates this pattern together with the windows. It's neat. What can we say? The whole area is full of construction sites, trucks, very interesting already built buildings. You can see that the surroundings are also quite interesting. We have these super interesting facades from many different architects and architectural companies. Always there are plenty of bikes, because here people bike everywhere. There is a great infrastructure for biking, and we'll see if we can get on the top of the silo. If not, we're just gonna get on the top of the parking lot that it's designed by JAJA architects right next to it. We are very, very close to the silo. We're gonna check if we can go upstairs, and if it's possible, I'm gonna let you know how you can do it too, in case you are in Copenhagen. So as far as we understood, there is a restaurant on the top, but considering we're in Copenhagen, it's probably super expensive, so we're not getting in. You can see the facade. It's this beautiful metal. I think it's whether steel or what are titanium. No, titanium, it's too expensive, guys. I don't know, it looks like steel, and it's all kept very, industrial. The joints are visible, so it looks like strong irony. It's really cool. So you can see that not always the joints of a facade has to be like hidden. And from below, this is how it looks like. It's very beautiful how you can see these perforations create these patterns that mix together with the texture of the metal itself, because the metal is not like completely flat. It has certain brush texture. I think it's a great pick of materials. and it looks, you can definitely come over and visit it. And when we go around the corner, right next to it, you can see there is the parking slot with the playground. So this is where we're gonna go on top next so that we can see the silo from there. And now you can see the multi-story parking lot where we're going up on with this beautiful metal facade, red color, and where you can go on the top to visit the playground. You have also this greenery growing on the facade. You can see over there. There is the Netto discount supermarket right across the corner. There is the Lidl. So for people that want to be more on a budget, there are also great supermarkets where you can find food for lower prices, because Copenhagen is quite expensive. So we entered this room that Désirée discovered, which is the reusing room. This is beneath the JAJA parking house, and here you can see that you have the different areas that are sort of marked with this metal, textile, and we have these plastic tubes that are filled with the material that you can use to recycle here. And in the center there is like this room where you can put stuff that other people can pick up and use because they're still good. Yeah, so it's a really interesting life cycle of things that you can continue using. And we discovered this room thanks to Désirée, which is the head of recycling.
Yes.
The head of ecology.
Head of second-hand.
Head of wokeness.
No, head of reusing.
And yeah, there are some workers here that probably think we're super weird to make videos inside a garbage room, but it is what it is. It's the life of content creators. So yeah, let's get on top and check out the silo from the top of the roof. So you can see here's the sign that shows you where to go to the playground, and the staircase starts here, the stairs. Here we are on the rooftop. It's really cool. There are a lot of people doing sports. Some use also the stairs to run up and down. And it's really funny because there are these very high buildings surrounding the parking lot. And because the parking lot is so tall, this playground is also so high in the air, it feels like you're on the ground. And that you have just, it feels really like you have a 5-story house here, 5-story house here, and like 5-story house here. And you can see people doing CrossFit, staying fit. I think it's quite cool that they're here on a Monday at 11 in the morning, not working. Here you have seats, and here you can just walk around. You have a very beautiful panorama on the harbor. Over there you have another COBE building. Here you have some sort of a place where you can, what is it called? You can just climb. Here you have, yeah, real fitness stuff. It's like a gym. It's very nice. The materials feels there. I think they're pigmented concrete with steel, corten steel. Here there is another stair. I don't know where you get with this stair, but this stair is just on the other side of the building and goes along the corner. And in the background, I hope you can see it, in the sea, there are all the windmills with which you can generate electricity. And we can go on the other side of the building to check the panorama over there. One thing is that unfortunately, as I said, these high rises here, they're blocking a little bit the view now, so you don't have this 360 degrees panorama, but you can see over there is the stadium, or I hope you can see it. Oh, here you have also like workout programs where you can check what to do in order to do sports. And these concrete blocks are basically the boxes for jumping on them. So you have different heights, and depending on how fit you are, you can just jump upon the boxes. And from here you can see more of the panorama. It looks nice. We continue. There are some cruise ships probably doing the tour of Scandinavia, and from here also you can see the mountain that's designed by Big. We haven't visited yet, but for sure we will. It looks really neat, and the city so far, it's been amazing to experience because you have all these playful and interactive architectural masterpieces, and here on the other side you can see more of the panorama. On this side we can see another beautiful view of another COBE project, and we have super awesome view to the other pier of the Nordhavn. Guys, I'm not sure. I think this building is from Henning Larsen, but I might be mistaken. I don't know. It's very famous. If you look it from the top, it looks like a star. Very interesting facade. We're gonna get closer to it probably to check it out. But you can see how beautiful it is to work in this area or just live in this area. It's amazing. It's very nice. The weather, it's nice again. The sun is shining, but I gotta say all the buildings here looks super nice. The urban furbishment, the urban design, it's awesome. You can see here you have also other sort of harbor baths where you can swim in the harbor water. It's cool. Yeah, so we're gonna be going on another on the other pier to see how it is. And we are currently walking a little bit of a clue. We are walking toward the Little Mermaid because we haven't seen yet the Little Mermaid, which is the symbol of Copenhagen. And I don't know if in the video you can see, but over there is a person that's actually swimming in the harbor bath. So this is really, really, I don't know, surreal. It looks like a real heaven. But you can see that the water, it's really clean. It's like you can see through the water. You can literally see how transparent it is. It's really clean. I don't know how they do that. We got on the other side, and there you can see where the cruise ships can stop with the new hub. Has a very interesting facade. And here we are right next to a ferry, I think. On the other side we can see the UN building. I didn't know it's something for the UN. I mean, sorry guys, but there are too many buildings in Copenhagen. I don't remember who did what, so maybe you can check it or just drop it in the comments. So we arrived at the Little Mermaid. You can see the Little Mermaid, and in the background the Copenhill designed by Berg. That's quite cool. And then the view and the sculpture. After a long underground ride and bus ride, we are finally here at Copenhill. We can see the vapor coming out of the chimney. Unfortunately, they couldn't put the system for the smoke rings out of security and safety reasons. And we're gonna see if we can get on the top. If it's too hard, too expensive, too something, we're just gonna see it from here. But it looks really interesting. It looks like they cut off a block of a mountain and just wrapped it into this facade, in this grid. And it's here now. So let's check it out. So here at the entrance we have a ski center where you can rent out ski for skiing on the mountain. So we entered here on the side and we're getting to the elevator to get on the rooftop. So guys, despite my height phobia, I'm showing you how you go up in the Copenhill. You can see all the machinery that it's made here in order to burn the trash and to filter it, so that what it's going out is just a little bit of CO2, but mainly vapor. I gotta say, if you have a little bit of heights phobia, or I don't know, if you're afraid of heights, it's not the nicest experience. But this is what I'm gonna do for you in order to show you everything and to go to the restroom, let's be honest. We've managed to get on the top of Copenhill. So it feels like when you're on the top, it feels really like a mountain. And here you can see there's the access to the ski slope. I don't know, today it's not open, but it looks really cool. And it really feels like you're on a mountain. So here we are, right below the chimney, and there on the top you can get a view towards the Copenhagen skyline. There is a very light smell of the vapor that is coming out, but it's nothing dramatic for me. It's okay. And over there through that window you can see the skyline. Here we are in the coffee, and you can see from this window the whole city of Copenhagen. It's amazing. We've been in many places of the city, in many parts of the city, and you can always see this big mountain building, and now we're on top of it. Here you can see the hiking trail. There is other sort of vapors coming out of there. We just saw one person jogging uphill, and it feels like a mountain. Very, 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 very similar as a mountain. And you have the view on the sea, and back there you can see the bridge that leads to Sweden, to Malmö. It's a super interesting structure. I came all the way on the top to get on the top of the mountain, and you can see the view. It's nice industrial area on one side. You can see if the weather you can see it's raining right now in Malmö. You can see how the rain is pouring there. And we're here It smells slightly like trash, but not too much. It's nothing super bad. Here you can see constantly releasing the smoke. In the elevator with which you can go up and down the mountain, you can see all the machinery. And here definitely you can see the breathtaking panorama of Copenhagen from the top of the mountain, Copenhill. I'm gonna go down without elevator alone because Désirée it's not wanting to do that. So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna take you with me and see if there are some spots where it's interesting to film. So stay with me to see how it is the way down the hill. I came on the other side of the mountain going downstairs, and here it's super nice because on the top it's really windy, but now that I go on this side of the mountain, I have this wall that protects me and I don't feel any wind and I can enjoy the view and I can go downhill. I mean, I could have gone down the track that it's for the hiking track, but the guy at the coffee explained me that if I walk this way it's better because you can enjoy all the view 360 degree around while going downhill, so he said it's nicer. And this is why I'm going down the stairs, and yeah, it's not gonna take long. So one very smart thing that I have noticed is that there are certain stairs that follow the curves, for example this one, and they make you switch the foot with which you go down. But I guess it's also more depending on my height. But as you can see, you go down and you have these plants along you, there are trees, it's like the real deal. And here it feels like really the top of the mountain. I have the ski lift, I have the ski slope. Yes, there are some chimneys, but I mean, look at this nature. It looks really like a mountain. I think it's really good. I'm expecting a World Grand Prix of the ski tour on Copenhill. That would be really interesting. At the bottom of the ski slope, you can see on that side the water is so clean that they can do jet ski. And here there are other plants. I don't know what are they for. And I'm on the bottom of the more difficult slope, and you can see it now. You can see the slope and how it feels like. I don't know why today is closed though. I cannot tell you that, guys. But it is currently closed. The ski part. You can definitely walk around as I'm showing you. And here's the other way around, where it's more mountainy, where you can just hike. I think on this spot we have a very beautiful view where you can see the facade, the chimney, the ski slope, and the whole city on the background. I think it's a quite successful project. And we can see that those metal elements on the facade are actual vases. So after a certain point, I guess that the greenery will grow in there. This is my presumption. But yeah, and from here you can see there is another port, another harbor. It's quite cool. So let's keep going downhill to see what happens next. And here I am. I came out on the slope. You can see how it looks like from the slope. You can see that the ground has this sort of plasticky material and it slides like snow. So if you have skis, you can slide on it and ski also when there is snow. There is no snow, and I think that this facade mesh looks pretty cool from here. You can see, like, I love this project. I like it. I mean, haters gonna hate, but you gotta admit that Björk Ingels and his team, the whole office, have these very original ideas that it's It looks obvious once you see it built, but before it's been built, it doesn't look so obvious. So whether you like him or not, you gotta say that there is a reason for which he's been successful, and he hasn't built only stuff in Copenhagen. He has built stuff everywhere. Definitely come over to check it out. It's something very unique to experience. And here we are. Almost got to the bottom of it. It was a nice trip. It was a nice journey to go downhill. I know you guys what you're gonna say. I'm such a sissy because I didn't go uphill. But you know, I love elevators. Elevators are made there for us because you're smart humans. And for the brave one, there is also a climbing wall. So if you're brave enough, you can try to climb up. So the guy from Free Solo, Alex Honnold, you can go and free solo this shit if you like. And while walking back from Copenhill, very close to Copenhill, we can see here the NOMA restaurant, I think 3 Michelin star restaurant here in Copenhagen. This is the NOMA 2.0 designed by Björke Ingels. And let's get closer and see if they're gonna show us inside, or yeah, let's see just how it is from closer. And this is how it looks like. From here on, access denied. There are these glass houses where local spices and plants are produced, and back there is basically the restaurant room. After taking a bus and a train, we arrived at another COBE building, which it looks like just steps, but beneath them there is a building, and that's the Red Cross Volunteers building. So we have this sort of stepped step building, and you can say there is also an award that AP Müller Foundation have given COBE for this building. We can see we have this brickwork. So for the people who say they don't know how bricks can be done water resistant, and this is the entrance of the building, and this is how it looks like from the outside. So basically the building is part of the public space. Let's see if we can just check inside the foyer. After taking a bus for just 3 stops, we arrived at the Maersk Tower. We wanted to visit this tower too. It's designed by C.F. Müller. I don't remember if it was a hospital or something similar, because these streets there are a lot of hospitals. I mean, as you saw, there was the Red Cross and there were many other hospitals. We were close to the stadium where in the last European Cup was that very big problem with Christian Eriksen, and thanks to these hospitals close to the stadium, he could just save his life. So that was nice. And here we are in the Maersk Tower. We can see if we can just get into the foyer, because I think it looks super nice. So guys, my bad, I think this is the University for Medical Education. You can see this is the entrance of the towers. You get on the staircase box the projection of the whole building. Here you have stairs with sitting possibility again. Everything smells like wood. It's really, really nice. And we're gonna go on top and see if we can get on the bridges on the other side. We came on the other side. You can see there are great possibilities to sit and study and work and relax while seeing. Even waiting for a person here, it would be nice. Everything looks very cozy, and I have to say, here in Denmark, everywhere, every coffee place, every spot It's quite nice and made for working. Let's explore a little bit the foyer and see what else we can see before getting out. Here you have this other sitting possibility with a little table to work with your laptop. You can see here we are at the coffee place where we have this super nice situation with also an outside terrace where it's possible to sit with this very funny furniture which is made out of one piece. And there are the bridges which we're gonna explore later on. Here you can see the cafeteria of the university. It has these awesome lamps that looks like flying, lit up balloons. I love it. It looks really nice, the interior. And for the students must be really nice to enjoy this university building. Here on this side we have another staircase which function also as an auditorium, so that you can sit and walk up in the same time. And we see the students are sitting in this area working, chatting. On the outside we have other really nice furniture which are also made sort of a continuous piece of wood and metal, so everything is studied into the smallest detail. Here the students has gotten also other perks. They can play a little bit of table football in the breaks to have a little bit of fun. And if you walk out here you can see the outside, and we are basically in this area of the facade which is more transparent, seen from the outside. This sort of terrace is also a sitting possibility in the outside, far away from the loud street. So we came out on the other side from the building. You can see the tower and all its beauty, and here there is this plinth which is lower, and we're gonna check if we can go around the bridges of the building that are maybe only for bikes. We don't know yet. Let's check this out. So here we are. We're getting on the bridges that are leading towards the building. Yeah, it's as every other architecture we've seen so far. I gotta say, it's cool, and the materials and the details are very well designed and built. So this is it. Here we go around the corner. You can see there are the bike stands everywhere. You can bike. Here other sitting steps, benches. I don't know, everywhere you can sit, but people are not interacting that much. And from here you can head up and get into the building. It's starting to rain again. It's a ramp. I don't know if it's made with the purpose for handicapped people in order to allow them to get into the building easily, but I think it's too steep for that purpose. And again, once you get up, the tower doesn't seem so high anymore. From here you can see again the rooftop is green. It's sort of this landscape turning into a building. I love this way of designing the landscape in architecture. We can see here though a little sort of weak point in the design. You can see that the water hasn't been getting out of this floor so well, so we can see a little bit of green and mold. And I don't know if this happens in every floor because we can see it only on this part. but the rest of the building looks fine. The shadings are integrated in the facade elements, and you can see that they can be independently moved, like on the upper floor, and regulate the amount of light that gets into the building.